What is up, everybody? We're doing a surprise evening session. I don't do evening sessions very often, but I was feeling pretty good, and it's not quite time for bed yet, so I figured I would jump on and do some base building tonight. So we're gonna wind down my evening with a little bit of Dune Awakening. Tomorrow we'll be back for a more serious session, but we're gonna be working on base building for the next little bit. And more importantly, this will get cut into the base building episodes will get cut into their own playlist on YouTube, covering the building of this massive base, which is going to be going all the way up this tower. So, um, I don't really have an idea of what I'm doing yet. I do have a bunch of materials saved up. I got a construction tool at the ready, and we are gonna go up top and see what we can see. Um, that is the agenda right now. Let's see here. I don't really care too much about anything other than if I can get up here top here. I gotta get up top to see what I can do, and I'm probably gonna have to build um, like construction platforms around the base of everything here. To see exactly what I'm gonna do. It's pretty simple, Red Wild. There are only 60 concurrent players on any given siege/server, so there's plenty of land space and lots of room to build. So you're not sharing a world with thousands of other players. You're sharing a world with 60 other people. That's it. All right, this is where we're going to have to get a little creative. So I'm going to go ahead and break down everything I've built so far. And we're going to start from the back. Because I know I'm going to build something from here upwards. So I want to start with this archway. We're going to change sets here. Alright. And here's where I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do quite yet. And I don't even know that I want to go to the complete edge of that yet, because I don't know what I want to put. So let's take a look here and just play around some things first. Because I don't know if I want a structure up here or not. And this has to be connected to a structure, so we'll probably build something open up here. You know, what'd be really cool is to build like an open balcony. Oh, this could be fun. Or just an open door. Two players can't build in the same area. There's no shared space. You're not understanding how this works. So there is a server, which is the world server, and then there are sieges. So think of the world server as a city and the sieges as neighborhoods. Only 60 players can be on the same neighborhood. No one can claim the same space as my land because I have already claimed this land. No one else can claim this land on my siege. Other people on other sieges can claim this land, but not on my siege. There are only 60 players on my siege, and dozens of square kilometers of places. So, like, there's a person over here who is building a base over on that rock. I cannot claim his section of land. That's his section of land. Down here, there's another player who has a section of land claimed down there. I can't claim that land. That's his land. Now I can go on another server and claim land over there, but not on this server. Okay, we have passageways. We have wide passageways. Rounded wall. This may be what I want. Rounded wall 2. half-rounded wall. I bet I want the half-rounded wall. Or the railing. But I bet we have to put this first. So let's start with this. How does that look? We're going to move that a little bit. And this is where I bet I'm going to need to build up first, because I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. So we're going to need to build up first. There we go. Yeah, probably up even higher. There we go. Now I can get a better idea of what I'm doing here. So let's go ahead and demolish. Okay. So I'm going to put something, and I want it to be somewhat parallel with this. And I bet I'm going to have to build out first. Something like this, maybe. Maybe. And I think I need to turn it even more that way, because it's not going to line up perfectly the way I want it to. So let's start back here. Okay. You know what I ought to do? Here's what I ought to do. Let's bring this all the way back from there, and then we can demolish. Right? I'm sort of at the edge here. I don't want to build all the way to the very edge because I want to leave a little space. Because if I decide I want to change something, and I may actually want to expand that out a little bit. It's telling me no because it wants me to put some sort of support underneath it, which I don't want to do. That gets me here, which is enough for now. Okay. I'm gonna have to put a piece here. It is a lot of fun, Howie, man. Okay. Now, I don't quite think that's centered the way I want it, but this is where I have to get tricky with things. The problem is, in order to do this, it's tricky to do this because I want to line it up with that right there, and that's a little tricky. Because to do that, this is where I wish there was a grid system, because honestly, that's not centered the way I want it. And it kind of looks okay, but not really. And this is where there's going to be a lot of trial and error until we get this right. Because I do want it centered. Okay. So I'd like to figure this out. I'm going to make it work. So essentially, I need a block right in here. And I may have to use the mouse and keyboard to get it. Oh, I don't have the other mouse. Hang on. I gotta grab the other mouse to make this work. We gotta get particular now. Alright, let me get this set up. Okay. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to drop one down and then build another one on top of it. Let me... Actually, I don't have to build things. I forgot you can just sort of place things. See, that's not going to get... It needs to be more angled that way. So we can't actually do it yet. That's kind of centered. Back this up. Oh, that looks much better. Okay. However, that's probably too low down in here. So what I'm going to want to do is actually build that out. And then build this out here. And then this out here. Okay, that looks a little better. And then we'll put another one on top. Put another one on top. Wait, I don't think I built the right one. I did not build the right one. Stop! I put the wrong angle on it. Okay. Things do snap, yes, but there's no alignment tool. How do I change things on the... I don't use the mouse and keyboard very often. How do I flip it? Aha. Okay. I think that's going to give me the height I want. But we're going to need to back out and see. So let's go ahead and build that center up. And now let's check my alignment all the way back. That looks pretty good. And I'm okay with building this out with 2 blocks because this will give me a nice, thick, girthy look, which is what all the girls like. Some boys too. All right, come on now. Get on up in there. So these things snap, but there's no like alignment tool, so you have to sort of eyeball things to get it to line up the way you want, and then you can start building and they'll snap too after that. Here for the coffee and the base building. Well, I'm not drinking coffee tonight, so we're playing Dune, and I have some spiced rum. Canterbury Dukelat coming in with a gifted sub over on Twitch. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. Oh, we'll sort that out during daytime. I haven't checked all the. Right now I'm just worried about building a basic structure to see if I like the structure. Once I like the structure, I'll start worrying about, oh, is it turned the right direction? Because I never pay attention to shit until I get it completed. We gotta see if I like the structure first. Oh, I definitely need to fill that one in. Alright, that should get me the basic. Now we're going to go through here and we need to focus on, and I'm pretty happy with that. That gives me a nice straight alignment, sort of, from there. And now I just need to flesh out the rest of this entire eagle eye. So we're going to do... for now... Now this whole structure is going to come up another level probably when I'm done. But first I got to build this structure out. Okay. This is where I'm going to have to build. Probably need to go like this. And then also like that. That might actually need to go over here. Canterbury says, my better half enjoys watching your stuff, and I have too. Thanks for the great content. You're welcome. Great Cattails says, I wish I could drink coffee, but I got to be to bed in a few hours. Yeah, that's why I'm not drinking coffee tonight. We're in the spice rum stage of existence, which will put us to bed eventually. Okay. I may have to end up building 2 down. Yeah, insufficient stability. I'm going to have to maybe build some pillars here. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna have to get an eyeball of this because at some point I may want to make this symmetrical. I don't know yet. Okay. I may get rid of the rounded walls here and do the... Hang on, I gotta drink some water. I'm gonna roast up here where I'm building. That's just facts. I'm gonna have to go down and fill my catch suit. I may decide it might be better to do instead of doing the angled, it might be better to do the or instead of doing the rounded, it's probably gonna be better to do the angled. This is gonna be where I play around with a lot of stuff here. However, to get it the way I want it to work, it's not going to work the way I want. How does that work? No, that's not doing what I want it to do. Insufficient stability. This is where I'm not sure what I gotta do here to make this work. Yeah, I don't like that. Then I would have to basically come out here and do this again. Oh no. How would I get that? Okay, I kind of understand that. But how do I get it to line up on the inside is the problem. Because at some point I'm going to be left with this unfilled. Says I haven't worked with these before. That gets me that, and then I would what? Need to angularly line those up? I don't like any of those. I don't like how those work. That's a big fat no. I like how these work. They looked pretty. And I can make them work in the way that I want. Come here, big fat bitch. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get some water. I'm like roasting alive up here building. Alright. Alright, I gotta go get water. Hang on. Otherwise my character's gonna die up top here. Better fill up my leader John as well. PvP is 100% optional, correct? You do not have to participate if you do not want. And it's only related to the end game. Like, you don't have to do anything in the base game. Oh, that fubbed that up. I'm working on my Atreides base at the moment as well. Okay, now this is where I'm going to have to build some, let's get rid of this. I'm going to have to build some construction platforms to be able to go up here to the side, because I'm going to have to build, I have to build like supports. And this is where I can't really see until I'm up here and I can build some support platforms. Because, like, you can take these pillars. See what I mean? Like, I gotta figure out how to get a better POV. This is when my one request would be, it would be really cool if we could get, like, that'll work. I would love a build camera. So that I could see what the hell I'm doing. Alright. Now I know I gotta build out this to match. Now this is where it told me it doesn't have sufficient stability. So if I want to do this. Ah! This is where it's really tricky. Okay. Not yet, it's not crossplay. It may be crossplay at some point when they bring the console editions out. Insufficient stability. So I don't have anything under here to put there. So we're going to have to go play around with that. Man, look at how fast your water drains when you're up getting roasted by the sun. Okay. So we're probably going to need to come over here and build some sort of like a pillar system. So that I can put a rounded piece right here. I don't have... Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to build that out. It's a long way down. Says I. That corner definitely needs like something coming out from the mesa. Well, let's go, we're gonna go Minecraft style. And we're gonna build something from the base up and try to get up there so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I could, but I'm too lazy to go move my water stash, like. Still not building anything out. Gosh darn it.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well, goody two shoes. Okay, not enough support. This is where I just don't know how I'm gonna get something up there. Pillar middle, pillar top. I need to get that somehow. So see, it'll place right there, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it. I would have to figure out how to get it up there and underneath. That requires some more creative building here. What if I could build out from over there?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, this is much better. Scaffolding, kids. Yeah, now I can see what I'm doing. How close is that sandstorm? I better go down.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
What was the 5th trial, Howie? Wait for the storm to pass. Okay. Weather is done. See if I can get up there in one go. Woo! I am Superman. Okay. Somewhere down here was my scaffolding. Alright. Can I build additional roofs off of that? Nope. Let's do it this way. Okay, this ought to give me a better POV to build with. Yeah, correct. You have to wait for the storm to end. Then you can come back out. And at nighttime, you don't have to worry about water. Okay, so that's the part that I need some sort of support for. And this is where I'm not sure how I can do this. Because I can actually put... Oh, shit. God damn it. I'm going to have to be a little more careful about that. Because I'm going to fall off if I'm not careful. I should put... Scaffolding for the win. Okay, so I don't quite know. This is what I'm not going to be able to get. Placement based. It is showing me, but I can't tell exactly where it's placing that. Ah, right there. So if I buried that in there, is that going to work? I can't quite tell if it's touching or not. I may need to build up a little bit more, because I still can't quite tell. Can I just do it right here? No, no, that's not going to work. This might. Okay. I probably could have built this from the top down now that I think about it. I'm learning. Oh, damn it. I completely botched that. Come on! Alright. Ow! You fucker! I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna figure this out. Big storm is tomorrow, I think. The Coriolis storm? That's like tomorrow. Ah, there we go. This is all I need to do in the first place. Alright, structural. This is what I want to put. I need to put like a... pillar top. So it's somewhere in there. You can't even see it. Or I could put this center column. Can I bury this in here somewhere? No, it still says insufficient stability. So it's got to be something right here, I think. So that's lining up. No, it's got to be out. And somewhere in there is that which I can destroy. I do not know how I'm going to make this work right here. Can I bring wedge walls out somehow? No, because the moment I blow up the floor, that's going to disappear. And it's got to be connected. Because what I'd love to do is have this come out and be like a support arm. But I don't think it's going to work the way I want it to. Somehow, I'm going to have to put like a pillar here. That is going to probably destroy. Okay. Don't destroy that one because that'll destroy my footing. Okay. I got to put something here. The problem is I don't have anything. It's not snapping to anything. Why does it still say no support? Do I need another column? Pillar top. Would it need to go all the way down? This is going to be my cross to bear because I'm going to have to figure this out. And if I can't, what I may have to do is just push it back in a little bit and make... It might not be able to be a rounded corner right here. I cannot figure out how to get it to work right there. So what I could probably do is demolish that. Demolish that. And then no, hang on. That'll work. And then I don't have to worry about all the stupid pillars for now. Alright. Now I do need to bring this up one more level, so... Let's do the rounded ones first. I don't know if this is going to be symmetrical. I don't really care at the moment. We are testing. Although, you know what? I might not want to do it this way. Because I forgot I do have that cap up there. Hold that thought. How do I want this to work? If this is like a giant landing platform, probably put railings around. I don't know that I want to put a wall. Because eventually I do want this to be covered, but I have to, I want to put the railing up first. And then I can put some pillars and figure out how to cover this thing. Okay. Howie says, I got through it but had to look it up on Google. Bad quest. I don't remember which one was the fifth one. To be honest with you, it's been a while. Okay. All right. No, stop. You can't. No, those are my earplugs. You don't get to play with those, kitty cat. Here, move my notebook. Sit there. Okay, so that's at least something. I am going to build within a rock structure because I don't have... Stop it. I don't want to do another vertical claim because it's too much. I don't need to do another vertical claim. So I got to build within this space. So now what I got to figure out is how to do these pillars, and then we'll put like a roof over the top. Stop it, kitty cat. You're being naughty. Okay, so we can do pillars, corner column, pillar bottom, corner column, center column. So maybe if I do these, so it's the center, or I can go corner. So how many do I have across? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could come in and do 2, or I could do 3. One, 2, 3. Oh, just froze up for a second. No, I don't know. See, though, I need space for landing, so I can't have these two here. That's not going to work. I got to figure out how to do this to where I can have like an awning so where the ornithopters can land. So what I'm probably going to have to do is just play around with the pillars and see how much I need for actual support. And I probably need to bring my ornithopter up here at some point and check the actual space that I have. But let's I don't want to do that. I'm going to estimate space here really quick. I need about 1, 2, 3, 4 to land. So I'm probably going to want to put something here. So maybe let's come in. I probably don't need to come in 2, 1. I could probably do it 1. We're going to play around with this. There's 1, 2. Alright, we're going to try that and see if it works. I don't know if it will. And we're going to go up 2. Hang on, I got to drink some water. I think I actually have to build these before it's going to let me place on top. That feels pretty high. Okay, you're being a spaz. What are you doing? Come on, I can't have you up here. You're being a spazzy kitty cat. Come on. You've got the zoomies. And this is where I'm somehow going to have to line this up. This is going to be the fun part. I know this will go out, so I can... Triangle rooftop, flat rooftop. These are like domed rooftops. What is... That's a floor. Rounded floor. Hatch. Angled roof. Ooh, angled roof looks kind of cool. Can I do angled roof from here? Oh, that's very interesting. That may not be doable. That doesn't quite work for me. I wonder if I'm going to have to put pillars up at the edge too. Because if I do that one more, it's gonna go out too far, and there's no way that that's gonna look realistic. You know, unless I do a flat roof first. How far does that hang out over? That looks much better. I don't know that I want to do it that way. Let me... The question I have about the angled roofs, though, is how am I going to make the corners work? They do have angles. Man, that's going to be a pain in the butt to try to make work. And I'm still having the same issue as if I do it that way, it's not quite enough. And if I do it the other one, it's probably one too many. Yeah, I don't like that. That's too much of an overhang. let's just see what happens. See if this will let me even do it. Because I don't know if this will span the gap. It might. I'll be damned. Okay. That worked. I'm surprised by that. Now, however, I would love to strip these two out and put the lights in. I don't know if I can, because if I demolish these, it's probably... Oh, it worked. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna completely work the way I want. And we're probably gonna have to strip the railing off of this so that we can actually come land without the railing, if that makes sense. Nope, nope, nope. How about we strip the railing here? So that's your landing. You gotta come in straight in here. Oh no! Oh, I thought it destroyed the... I had a panic moment. I thought it blew up the build too. Okay, we're good. That might be too tight for landing though. I don't know that the angle's gonna work for the landing. Maybe I angle it up over here? Because that's the landing side. That's gonna look really fucked up though. I won't be able to make that work around the edge. I don't think I'm gonna make that work. I'm not gonna be able to do those types of edging right there, I don't think. Because then I don't have enough room to fly it in. I don't think. I really think that's gonna be tight. I'm trying to fly that in. Unless I went up one more. Which I could do. I have enough space to go up one more. I think I need to go up one more. Otherwise, there's not going to be enough space to land an ornithopter up here. Yeah, I think I got to go up one more. Well, at least I kind of know what I'm doing now. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Get down from there. I'm not paying attention. You're up on the desk. No, mama. Come here. You little monster. Come on. Yes, you're not supposed to be up on the desk. Da, 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 da. Alright, where'd those pillars go? Corner columns. Okay. that out later. Right now, I just want to see that I suppose I don't even need to build this. I think I probably could just be blueprinting this whole thing, but I'm all gung ho about just like let's build it first. I think that's plenty high. Because I don't want to use pentashields up here. I think this is where we did the angle. Okay. Come out one more. I've already got a pentashield landing pad down below for my personal ornithopter. This is the giant eagle's nest that we're making. Assuming I can get this to work the way I want. Okay. Then I think we can angle this out. Yeah, now people have now there's landing space. Yeah, you can make that. You should be able to make that. Okay, this is gonna be fun to make this all tie in together if I can. And try to make this curve. This will be the fun part. I don't know that I'm gonna make this work. This is where I'm gonna fuck it all up trying to make the curves work. Okay. I may have to go up top to try to get that part to line up the way I want. Because that's funky, man. I do not know how to make this. I don't know how to make that curve around. It's kind of like... No, that's not what I want to do, I don't think. Angle roof inward corner. No, that didn't do what I wanted either. I don't quite understand how those pieces all work together. That's the hard part, is like figuring out how all the pieces work. Roof cover top left. See, this is where there's like all these like little pieces too that can fit in here. Triangle roof bottom. Triangle roof top. And like trying to make it curve around. Rounded roof. Yeah, that's not it. Would you stop? You're being a monster right now. Go on, jump down. I'm not quite sure how to make that part of it work yet. I guess that worked. I'll have to go up and look at it from the top. It doesn't match the floor, but at this point I don't really care as long as it works. Yeah, that totally did what I needed to do. That's all I care about, and I will eventually have to come up here and look at the top and sort that stuff out. So I think I needed to just do this. Let's do 2 this way. And then we do 2 this way. And then we do another there. And then that piece there. Yeah? Yeah? It's not rounded though, and I may want to put a rounded rooftop edge, but I don't quite. Yeah. There's this thing, but I don't know how to make that work yet. I may need to go up top and pull that corner piece out and stick that in there and see if that works. Okay. Matter of fact, let's take a peek. If I pull that corner off, can I put that corner piece on? I can. Okay. Did that give me what I want? I believe it did. Okay. Alright, cool. Now, I gotta flesh the rest of this bad boy out. And I'm probably gonna need to put some more pillars at some point. And I have no idea if that's symmetrical enough to go down all the way through. I didn't think that out when I did all this, but we're gonna at least build this out over here and then worry about it later. It's definitely not symmetrical. That gets me. I need one more. Okay. it's got to turn outwards. Let's go over here. We came out. Let's just keep it symmetrical for now, if I can. Insufficient stability. Alright, this is where we're going to have to build some more pillars. Yep. Alright. We'll worry about that in a minute. The good thing is I started off with like 3,000 building blocks, and I'm down to like 3,000 now. So I've used about half of my building blocks. Alright, I've now enclosed this entire structure. I definitely need some more pillars to make it look a little more uniform. So we can come back here on the same line, maybe. Put it... I mean, surely... I want to bring it out here, maybe. We want corner columns. Come over here. Want to come out one. Yep. Yeah, I mean, everybody uses pentashields. Nothing wrong with pentashields, but I've already used pentashields, so I'm trying to do something a little different. Just playing around. I may tear all this down tomorrow. You never know. Like, I'm just literally... This is what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 months. Like, I've still got main quests. So, like, I'll probably end up doing base building for 2 or 3 hours. The big thing is that this is going to get cut into its own series for YouTube. So, just playing around with things. And, we'll see where it goes. I fully anticipate this to take me a couple of months. Like, it's not going to be something that happens quickly. Let's put these ones right back in here. So we can bring it in again. Okay. That gives us a nice central structure. Which is covered. And then that dropped my... Now, it's not going to be symmetrical is the only thing, because, like, in a perfect world, I would have this whole thing line up so that the those center lights ran all the way down here, but it's not. This crow's nest is not perfect. I also didn't have enough room to, like, unless I do another vertical land claim, which I'm not willing to do, to build up one more high to get rid of the rock. So it's going to be like we're taking advantage of the natural rock, because I can't. The problem is, like, I'm already at the height limit. Like, that right there is the height limit. So I could build one more block up, and I'm at the height limit. And I would rather not hit the height limit if I can avoid it. Because then I have room to adjust things if I'd ever decide I want to come in here and play around with some other stuff. Okay, so let's see here. There's stuff in here. Like, there's this tall door, which is almost, I mean, I could almost make this work right here. Inner face, outer face. Is that on top? That's centered, right? Where is the edge of this? Is that the edge? That's totally the edge. And that's centered on this. So now I can maybe enclose this section just a tiny bit. And then I can make this doorway something. We'll see. Playing around with things. How wide is that? See, I'm not gonna be able to make that work because I have a 3 wide thing. And then, but the problem is then I have like a half wall, which I'm not gonna be able to make work, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make that work because I'm gonna need like a half wall thing. And I don't know if there's any half walls. There is a half rounded wall. Hold up, can I? Yep, 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 yep. It's gonna look kind of funky up there though. I bet I have to fill that with some sort of a wedge. By the way, what's the difference between those and these? Oh, those have glass. Those are kind of cool. What about these? Also kind of cool. Can I put that right there and get some of the lighting in? Oh, that looks nice. Ah, where? That's pretty cool. All right, now I gotta fill that in. I need like a half wall thingy. Booyah. I don't know if there's any wedges for that up there. I don't know how I'm gonna make that look. Yeah, I don't... Oh, that can go right there? But is it going to stick out top? That's something I don't know. How did that look? I don't know how that looks outside. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. No. All right, I don't know how I'm going to make that work. There's got to be some, like, yeah, wedge walls things I can make. Yeah, like that right there. Fit that perfectly. Like a glove. This may still be sticking out. No, I think that worked. I think that worked perfectly and filled that gap. Okay, so then what I can do is I can enclose this entire section over here and have this be like a guild-only storage space off the landing platform. Yeah, buddy. This will be where I get to figure something else out. Matter of fact, let's change permissions on that to be guild. I do need more water though. And we can fly the ornithopter up here and see how easy or hard that is to land and take a peek at everything so far. JK says just got a 0 warning sandstorm. That's rough. Oh, do I have filters going? Hang on, before we fly up, I need to check that I have filters going. Pretty sure I put filters in before I logged out earlier today, but they may be done. Oh no, they're still up for another 6 hours. Alright, we're good. I just had burned up a bunch of stuff making adamantine. Alright. So obviously we've got a bunch of stuff that I got to get rid of in terms of the extra landing shit that I was using as scaffolding. But essentially we have a landing structure now, which we can come in here to and land on. As long as you're not a total psychopath, you should be able to land here, find shelter from storms, and then it's water sealed. Oh, that's too cool. So it counts as a water sealed area too. Oh no, never mind. That was my ship. No, it says water sealed. What the heck? Only over here it says water sealed. I wonder why. Okay, now we get to enclose this whole structure. I gotta play around with these walls and see what they all look like. Ooh, that's dope. And that could be the interior. That's also cool. That's a wall? That's very mechanical. And oh, I'm using those. Oh, I'm definitely using those. That's way too cool not to have. Like, oh man, yeah. Because that'll give like a light from a distance with the little glow of those mechanicals. All right. All right. Yeah, buddy. Okay. The question is getting these to line up the way I want them to. Interface, because there's a tiny little corner right there that I'm going to have to figure out. Okay. And then, do I want to come up too high? I mean, might as well. God, I totally forgot about my adult beverage. I'm so like, let's build an awesome structure. I gotta figure out the cornering too, though. So, oh, I think it's these corners right here. Yep. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, now what I don't know is what I need to put here to like fill in this tiny little gap. Um, I'm probably gonna have to go around the outside and figure that one out because I just don't know. I can't tell. All right, let's think about rooftops here. That's a different type of roof. I definitely need lighting in here, so let's do center. Come on now. Oh, this is the big base. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a castle type thing. That's not going to match though. Rounded inward rooftop. Rounded out. Now, see, this is where I don't know how I'm going to get rounded floor. What does that look like? Oh, that matches. However, you know what? I bet this structure, is this structure shielded? It's part of the same land claim, so it should be shielded along with the bottom structure. I hadn't actually put that to theory to the test yet. Alright, however, I gotta figure out how to close in the gap over here. That part I don't know how to do yet. Because there is a gap right here. Alright. I wonder if I need to build like a I don't know. Special. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, theoretically, I need something to shove in the gap. That's not gonna work. Nah, the pillar won't work there. It's not letting me stick it. Hmm. If I do that, I can't put the corner wall here. Although I could do it like that. Nah, that looks fucked up. I don't have a solution to that because I'm building something that's not symmetrical. And I suppose the way to do this would be to just... Let me just strip all this out for a second. Okay. So we've essentially sealed that in. No, honey, you stay there. You stay there. And then I would put these three things at the top to fill in the gap. And then, no, get down. Stop chasing my... She wants my earplugs. And there is a mosquito in here. I missed it twice. Alright, railing. Stay down there, sweetie. Special. Yeah, that's it. It's just not going to be anything super special. I need to demolish that wall too. Yes, yes. Okay, well, that worked. So you land. You come over here. Man, pizza sounds really good, Metroid. And then in here, we've got a room that I can set up for guild only. God, I need some lighting, I'll tell you that much. Holy crap, this place is dark. But I haven't purchased the Atreides lighting sets yet, so I'm not willing to... Here, let me get in here. Lights! There we go. This place definitely needs some lights. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, Mr. Uruguays. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have a solution yet for that entirely, because we definitely need some like wall lights, and then in here I'll end up placing like stuff for the guild, Now, what I don't know yet. I never noticed there was like a little hole right there. We're gonna have to build like a stairway down there. And there's already existing lights. Dude, we're totally gonna have to build a stairway down to that. And have some sort of like a little cubby right here. And then we're just gonna keep building down. And we're gonna figure that out eventually. I need to get rid of all of this stuff too eventually. Here. Let's do that first. Oh, I'm unsheltered. Get in. Okay. I probably better drop down and do this from down here. I don't want to accidentally destroy something. Demolish. Okay. Should be okay. Alright. Oh no! I don't know if I got all the things or not. I missed a few. What if I'm getting from down here? Nope. Kitty cat. Oh, I got the mosquito. Finally. Oh, did I die? What did I die from? Did I fall? I wasn't paying attention because I was killing a mosquito. Okay, Mama, you're being really naughty. You're gonna get your fur all in my rum. What are you doing? Don't bite me, little shit. You just want some attention. Are you bored? Do you want to go out? Yeah, she's like scratching the mattress and being a psychopath right now. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I do need to take her out. She's being crazy. Shit, is there a sandstorm coming, guys? I'm seeing wind. Alright. Man, I gotta get up there because I gotta get to the... Okay, did I get it all on the way down? Alright, I think I got it all on the way down. Oh, you poodoo. Ah, I missed it again. all of that. Okay. Now the question is, how do I get a stairwell built down to this little thing? Because this is way too cool not to have like some sort of a structure built up to this, like some sort of a stairwell. Fun on the mountainside? Yeah. I do want to figure this out. But that's going to be tricky. I bet we have to build it from over here. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm gonna fall. There's got to be a way I could build a stairwell from there. That's totally connected to a structure. Yeah, see, I can make this work. What if I do stairs corner? Yeah. Hang on. That'll work, but I gotta get it. Let's go to the edge here. I can make this work. Oh, it's hard to tell which way it's pointing. Yeah, that's pointing the wrong direction. I need it to be this way. Or maybe I need half stairs corner. No, I want full stairs. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it the way I want. Because I bet I have to build like a half stair that comes out somewhere up here and then turn it down to the side. Oh, it's a great game, Panda. You know what I bet I need to do is build one of my lovely... we have to start off with a structural support first. Hang on. What did I just drop there? What am I carrying too much of? Well, poodoo. Whatever. Let's just build this here. And then we're gonna go rooftop. And we're gonna build a scaffolding. So that I can see up here about how I can do a pair of stairs coming out. Dude, I could do a ladder. That would be interesting. So essentially, what is this? Wide stair. Oh, wow. Ooh, I could do a ramp too. Ooh. We have all sorts of options. Whoa, hang on. What is this? Whoa. I never saw these before. Wide ramp. Edge right. That's how people are building those, hold up. That's how people are building those structures. Oh, I fucking figured that out. So that's how people are building those ornithopter platforms that are triangular. Eh, that's interesting. God, all my plastone is falling to the ground. What am I carrying that it's not allowed? Oh, I know why, because it's using it from... That's not good. I'm going to have to figure out where it's all landing. So it's pulling it out of my base um,
Sector weather
boxes.
alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
It's pulling it out of my boxes, but then when I destroy something, if I can't carry it, it's just falling down to the ground. So somewhere below me, and right over here as an example, there's excess plastone that's going to be falling over the ground. That sucks. Okay. Um, I like the idea of this sloping thing, but the problem is I can't get it to slope the way I want it. I think I'm just gonna have to use stairs. Oh, we got a new decree signed. Wonder what it is. Won't affect me because I'm not PvP. Repair costs and refining times are reduced by 75%. That's pretty dope. That does impact me. So all repair costs and refining times reduced by 75%. That's awesome for people who want to do crafting. Hell yeah. See? Positive stuff comes out of the Landsrad. Alright, so I would just need to, like, make a stairwell that comes out. How am I going to get it down here, though? That's the question. That built it up in the wrong direction. I think I need to jump up there to see. Yeah, so you would come out, go down here. Dude, this is precarious shit right here. Yeah, do that right there. And then, how do I do that? No, that's not gonna work. Hmm. It needs to turn the other way, though. Oh, I think I made it work. Okay. However, it still needs a whole bunch of, like... I don't know if it's going to be sticking out down below. So it still needs a bunch of railing and stuff, and it's not perfect, but... This is like a tiny... We could... Now I got to figure out the ledging. Railing. That's special. Don't fall. This is crazy. I'm just messing around at this point. Looks a little funky. Okay. God, it's dark down in here. That might not even be necessary right there. Might just stop it right there with the edge. Okay, now of course all that plastone just fell down to the ground, which is ridiculous. How much is left right here? 12. That's not that big of a deal. Okay. So you better not fall off the railing, right? So this is a cool little... I don't have an exit point yet. I'll have to, like... I'll have to put like a door here. Put this right here. Come on. Come on. Up, up, up. Okay, and then I could set that access to guild only. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's pretty awesome. We'll have to get some lights down in here along the edge of the rock face and stuff. I'm gonna change this door, I think, though. I may put a pentashield here. That would be under favorites. Forget. Yep. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay. So, guild only, you get to come in here. There'll be something in here yet. I don't know what yet. Numbers are the level of access. So then we can come down here. There'll be something set up here. We'll have like, I'll put like some dining tables up in here and like some sort of really cool picnic area. Because there's already like a hanging light, which I don't know where that's from. But we'll definitely put some sort of like crow's nest up here. Like a scout post with like railings and shit around the edge. And then, because remember, I own all of this. This entire rock structure. So then I think what I'll end up doing is I think we're going to build back around down this and come all the way back down. All the way down that. And then we'll meet up with our garage. So I'll be able to climb up this whole face. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. We'll have stairwells and all sorts of stuff running up here. Very groovy. Oh, and you know what I could do? Since we're here and I know how they work now. Where were those things? The specials? Yeah, here we go. I gotta figure out how to drop those down. I might not be able to. They might only sit up here. I don't know how those work. Can I do one on each side? Do I have room to do one on each side? I need 3 spaces. Hold up. Hold up. I need 1, 2, 3. And then we go, that's in the middle. We're just playing around, kids. I don't know the purpose of this. Just something that looks cool. I wonder if... Now I'm curious about how these work. Yeah, I don't necessarily like those. Because they limit... We'll see. Give me a second. Do it over here too. Do I have enough space to do over here? 1, 2... It's going to be a little tight. I don't have the space to do it over here. Because it's not symmetrical. So I'm not going to do it everywhere. bet we could put our corner piece here and our corner piece here. And now, let's go take a look at this thing out and about. See, I want to be able to drop that down, but I don't think I can from here. I'm going to have to build a landing platform out and see if I can get that to drop down. I don't like it up like that. I want it down. And I don't know how to get it down at the moment. But I'd say right now that is a pretty good starting point for the base build. Something fun, played around tonight. This will be getting cut out into episodes on YouTube, so make sure you follow along if you missed any portion of this stream. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, bright and early. We're going to be playing the altars for the first 2 or 3 hours tomorrow morning. And then, by the way, thanks for the raid over on Twitch, Sentinel Sarge. I just saw that. We'll be starting bright and early around 4:35 a.m. with the altars. We'll play that for a couple hours, then we'll switch over and we're going to continue to do some base building tomorrow and continue to flesh this out. So tune in for that, and if you missed the live stream, this will get cut out into its own series on YouTube. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch everybody next time. Have a great night. Enjoy your